Eclipse Theory Games, the podcast where we bring you the latest in gaming news, indie reviews, and everything else under the sun. I am Kendall, and I'm here with one of my co-hosts today.
Tony, aka Jeffrey Isaac Joe.
Terrible. Just the best, worst names that you'll ever hear on this goddamn show every week without fail. But that's not bad. That's not bad. But
that's a Questlove Supreme special right there.
That's a deep cut right there. But but I won't take too long to harp on, your terrible, amazing nicknames because we have a full house for once. I know you guys, if you're watching the video version instead of the audio version, you'll see that we have a couple special guests, two very close friends of mine, people that I knew from since college, which at this point was fucking forever ago. And my man James. James, you want to say what's up to the people, man?
How y'all doing? I don't have any cool nicknames, so you can just call me James for now.
Yeah, we'll make one before the end of this episode. I'm guaranteeing you that right now. And on top of that, we got my man Carl here, Carl Hernandez. Carl, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up? I just
all right, that's enough talking.
Whoa, damn. All I was going to say was I've been called Jon Snow about 5 times this week.
I go for it. Yeah. I was going to do it tonight. So, let's get that out the way now.
Listen, I would have never said it on my own, but as soon as you said it, I was like, wow. Yeah. Yep.
Crazy thing, I never even seen Game of Thrones.
All right, well, that'll do it for this podcast. We got to go educate Carl real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Unfortunately, we actually have a really dope episode coming today, man. I brought all of our friends together, you know what I mean? Couldn't get everybody we wanted, but hopefully next year's will be a bit bigger. But if you follow any gaming podcasts, if you're familiar with the way these times of year usually goes, you get certain episodes around the beginning of the year. Game of the year is a given, predictions episodes, stuff like that. But one thing that I've noticed as a trend recently that's kind of picking up among podcasts and things like that is the gaming draft. A lot of podcasts are going to fantasycritic.com, drafting games that they believe will score high for the year and kind of having a little fantasy football type of vibe with it with video games. And I wanted to do it for years, man. But this year I actually got everyone together. We had the platform, so we figured we'd jump into it. My man Tony was the one that kind of spearheaded it. So, he kind of coordinated all the rules and everything. So, Tony, you want to kind of break down exactly how we're doing this today?
All right, so this is how we're doing this. We're going 5 picks per player, and the game rating is based on what you see on Metacritic. The 5 picks are 3 AAA games and 2 indie games. That is solid, locked in. You got to have both. Highest team. Oh, and actually, no, Kendall, we discussed doing the score. We're going to go, 1 point above 70?
Yeah, so the way the score works, I'm going to just straight up, I'm aping everything from Kinda Funny. They taught me how to do this shit. I've never seen it before they did it. So the way they do it is, once a game hits 70 on Metacritic, or I think they use OpenCritic, but we'll use Metacritic. If it hits a 70, average review score, you get a point for every number over 70 up to 90. So if the game that you pick gets a 78, you get 8 points for that game. If it gets at 84, you get 14 points because that's 14 points over 70. Once you hit 90, that's when points double. So 91 will be 2 points, 2 points over 90 plus the 20 you already got. So that'd be 22 points. Whereas 92 will be 24 points because it's doubling now, if that makes sense.
All right, so that's a scoring system. We can add and drop games, but you only get 3 add drops for the year. Once you pass that 3, you got to stick with whatever it is you got. If your game has a score that you aren't happy with, you can drop and pick something else up, but it can't have already been released or rated. So you can pick up whatever, if you pick up something that drops in March and you ain't happy with that score, you can't pick up anything that already got 80 and, try and jump your shit a little bit. There's got to be anything after that. Okay. If you drop, you got to add. Always 5 slots. Like I said, always 3 AAA, always 2 indie. Ain't no waiver period on the drop. So if you drop some shit that you thought might be fire in July and you wanted to change it up, if somebody else wanted that shit, they can pick it right up. All right, so we can do trades. We can even do draft day trades. Motherfuckers might want to get to negotiating and shit in the middle of this. That's cool. Might even be funnier. We got a trade deadline. It's July 19th. That's a Friday, so that'll be our mid-season update episode. We'll all get back together and see where everybody at. That's the last time that trades can be made. We'll record and do trades there. Once we're done recording, it's a wrap on trades. So that's how we're doing this.
I forgot to let y'all know by joining this podcast, you also locked in for an episode in July. So y'all better be back.
Yeah,
We
this is a
doing this thing.
Marvel deal, man. You locked in for 2 movies.
Yeah, you ain't know when you got here, but this is how the meeting going. But nah, that sounds good to me, man. And as far as who's going first, we're gonna, like you said, everyone picks a number between 1 and 100, and you said you're gonna use a random number generator to determine it. And then like, so what is it like? Is it like the person with the closest goes first, the person with the second closest goes next, or
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I got my number already.
All right, so go ahead and drop your number, whatever it
My
is.
number, for some reason, as soon as you said that, I was like 77. So it's just it's calling to me. So
Okay, so you're 77. James, what you got?
I'm gonna go 6. My favorite number. I'm gonna go 6.
6. Carl?
13.
All right, I'm going 71.
son of a bitch.
All right.
You son of a bitch, you. I'm not playing
I had
Price is Right
71
bullshit.
locked in.
You didn't say 76, but still, you know what you
No,
did.
I thought about being an asshole about it. So
Yeah.
I can't share the shit on my screen. Kendall, you're the only one that can share it. So just put in
okay.
just go on Google and search random number generator, and Google will actually pull one up, and you can put the max to 100. And
Okay,
Just
so
gonna point out, Tony went full prices right on you.
he did. Like and I knew someone would, but I didn't expect it to be the friend I've known the longest here. Like the
excuse me,
childhood friend.
has it not been known that I'm an asshole?
Everything I just said was a lie. I fully expected it to be Tony.
Okay.
Like it was locked in. But all right, so I want to share the screen. I'm gonna be completely honest, it's behind the scenes shit. It's gonna fuck the whole feed up. Like it's gonna everybody's window boxes is gonna go all wild, and then when I'm editing, it's gonna be a headache. I'm gonna just tell y'all what the number is. Y'all gonna have to trust me on this one, all right?
Trust this nigga.
Yeah, because
I could have done that. Matter of fact, I just put the shit up in my camera to see if that works.
Yeah, you can do that.
Y'all
you
can see that.
Because
y'all can see that shit.
All right, cool. That works. Is that the number?
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm about to hit it now.
All right.
Is that 54?
All right. Yep. Okay. Well,
me? I'm close.
Yep. Sounds like you, then me, then Carl, then James, right?
So we're not doing closest while going over, so it's not
See, this is what I try to stop, Tony. You son of a man. All right. No, we're not doing closest without going over. You can go over. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Okay. So the draft order is me, Kendall, Carl, and then James.
Yep. I think it should be James and then Carl just for that comment, but it's cool. It's all good.
All right. So let me write that down so we don't get fucked up in the middle of this shit.
Yep.
All right.
It's gonna be interesting.
So everybody's got their list together and all that.
Yeah, I'm low key still like looking at the list of games, but I got like enough to.
Yeah, I got enough of my shit to make it work.
Yeah.
All right, so start off number one pick because I'm an asshole. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Obviously, of course. It's the whole reason I wanted to go first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean that's
cut all that shit out now.
Yeah, that's probably our guarantee for the year, right? Like that's the one that's the critical dollar. This year is a little bit of a gray area, but that's the one that everybody's waiting for. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm mad at it because it's gonna get like a 95, but I'm not mad at it though. Okay, well, we'll lock that in. It doesn't need too much explanation. I'm really torn about my second game. I told myself if I could go first, then Final Fantasy was just going to let me be weird as fuck with the rest of my choices. But I think for my first game, I'm going to go with Persona 3 Reload. I know it's, not the biggest, I mean, Persona's huge. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to minimize Persona, but it's not like a Call of Duty or whatever. But I think it's such a critical darling, and I played 3. 3 got me into the series, so I think this was going pretty high. That's my first choice.
Yeah.
All right, Carl, you're up.
Yep.
All right, my first choice. I'm going with a sure win. I'm going Metal Gear Delta because Snake Eater was a solid 10 back in the day, and all they can do is improve upon it with better graphics.
That's facts.
That was on my list too.
Yeah. Okay, James.
All right, James, what you got?
Well, I think y'all saving the best for last. So, I'm definitely going to go with Dragon Dogma 2. I think that's going to be the best game that's coming out this year. If anybody plays the first Dragon's Dogma, all they can do is just make the game better, honestly.
I'm mad at that.
That's a
It's
good one. That's one I forgot to put on my list.
Man, that's a series that's been on like my back burner for years. I almost bought it, but then I realized I had it through PS Plus. But such a weird series that I don't really know that much about, despite how long it's been around. I just know it looks like something I would love, so I ain't mad at that one.
All right. So for my second pick, I'm gonna get one of my indies out the way now. Tales of Kenzera Zao.
Nice, respect.
Need a Metroidvania on there. I like the story behind it. And
No,
gameplay wise, it just looks like an elite platformer Metroidvania style game. Probably
yeah.
right up there with like Prince of Persia this year, I think.
I really love how we're saying that already. Like, it might be up there with Prince of Persia
Nah,
from
dog,
last
it
week.
looks fucking incredible. I'm about to hype
Without,
it the fuck up.
bro,
I don't even care.
look, Zal is one of those games. If you're not familiar, anybody in the audience, it's the game that was announced during the Game Awards. The creator actually made it to honor his father who passed, and it's like a really dope, unique looking Metroidvania. It does have a lot of shades of Prince of Persia. So, shout out to you for picking that one. Right. So I'm not going India for my second one because I'm still trying to get shit off the board that y'all might take. I think for this one. I got a lot of unknowns on my list, so bear with me. I think I'm gonna go with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I think Yakuza is a safe bet.
Ever.
Yeah, it's about an 80. I think Yakuza Like a Dragon is like an 85, so hopefully this one's
So
better.
you expect it somewhere between like a 84 and 87.
Yeah, exactly. But on the high end, this game is crazy looking. Like it's got like an Animal Crossing sim in it and shit, and like it's got both the Yakuza main characters. It's wild. So this might be higher than that, but we'll see.
Sleeping. I'm going Indy for my next pick. I'm taking it while it's still there. I'm taking Hades too.
It's on my list. It's on my list, but the thing about Hades 2 that throws me off, right? So your game has to get scored to make to actually show up there. Hades 2 is coming to early access this year. Early access games don't always get a review score. Like they sometimes just kind of, get impressions and stuff like that until the full one drops. And that's how Hades 1 was. Hades was in early access before Hades was in the game.
Hades 2 a different beast. He might sneak a 90 out of that just
Oh,
on the strength.
bro, it was on my list. Trust me.
Hades 1 got like how many Game of the Year awards, man?
Incredible game. Trust and believe. Now, all my indies are ones that I think are going to be sleeper bangers, but I'm not mad. All right, James, you next up, brother.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something a little different. I know this game's gonna score high, so I'm gonna do Mario versus Donkey Kong.
God damn it, that was gonna be my next pick.
Yeah.
Nintendo don't miss, so I
They
think
know.
I'll definitely have like a 95 just off of straight.
Damn, that one hurt.
It's going to be between like an 80, 82 and a 90 something. Like I just don't see it going no lower. That's a solid amount of points.
Man.
Yeah. I know that was tough.
Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Right before you go.
Right. That's that. I had to rethink the strategy on that one for a second.
Yep.
All right. No, I can still make that work. Number 3 pick, Star Wars Outlaws.
Okay. That's an unknown that looks good enough to be a solid pick.
No, that's gonna be the rough. That's my Puka Nakua right now.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Listen, man. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk no trash about the playoffs. Never mind. But
I'ma still talk shit. Fuck it.
Oh, I'm always gonna talk shit. It's just this week might be a little quieter shit talking. Trust me, we've had this conversation. All right, so third pick for me. This is when things get tricky, man, because I want to take my last AAA off the board, but you know what? I'm gonna go with an indie. And I'm gonna go with the Plucky Squire. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that game.
Solid.
It's this incredible looking, like you play as like a character in a book that jumps out of the book and is in like the 3D world, and it's got like a bunch. You can go into like cups and stuff like that. if you haven't seen the Plucky Squire, go look it up and you'll understand why I just picked that game.
Yeah,
Right.
I ain't mad at that pick.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that we're rolling along, and I don't feel like anything we picked yet is going to score under like a 70. You know what I mean? Like, nothing too risky yet.
As for my next pick, I'm going for one of the big AAAs. As most people who know I'm a huge fan of the FGC, so this game's coming out very soon.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
going with Tekken 8 because I know Tekken 8 is going to score massively well because I
Yeah,
never played a bad Tekken. And if I don't do it, I got time to trade it up for another one or drop it.
true
So
that.
That's a solid pick. That's a solid
Yeah,
pick.
Tekken
yeah.
8.
I'm not mad at all. I mean, I played the demo, and I'm not even like good at fighting games, but I loved it. So respect it. All right, next up.
So I'm gonna do my indie game. I'm gonna do a game called Demon School.
Hmm.
People don't know what it is. It's kind of similar to like Persona, where you can do different things, RPG type, build relationship, things like that. Those games usually score high because they have, high like character based things like that. So I'm gonna get that indie game out of the way.
I want to
I mean,
point out, I actually do know what Demon School is, and it does look interesting, especially how the combat's more like a chessboard situation.
Yeah,
And so I'm
hmm.
surprised you picked it, but yeah,
I'm,
that's a nice pick in my opinion. I think that's gonna be a good game myself.
and see, this is exactly why I like that two indie game rule because I had never heard of it, and looking at it now, it looks completely up my alley. The grid based system is really interesting. It has big Persona vibes. Okay, there you go.
yeah. I had to do that because you took Persona, so I didn't have no
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, I
The
get
Clone Fighter.
it.
All right.
I'm personally protesting Persona, so I couldn't pick it. I have my
All right,
reasons for that one.
let's take
Oh
a
shit, we need the
brief
story
moment to
behind that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's know what's up with
I
that.
gotta let you
Yeah,
know. I'll let
yeah,
you know. I'll let you know now.
We got time. We got time.
yeah,
I'm a
absolutely.
huge Persona. I love them. I beat all of them. I even played the ones on DS.
Mm,
But the Persona 3 Reloaded, they're re-releasing it without the additional content of FES, which is the story,
yeah.
the deal actually deals back on the PS2, and they're not putting the portable female main character storyline in there, which is actually the better storyline because you have better social links with
Mm.
the female protagonist. So I
Not
feel
the
like
first
they're
person, man. I've
it's
heard
like
people say
they're
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're releasing the game. Like they're gonna get their money, but I just see them like, oh, now buy the DLC with the female, but it already existed back in the PSP. Like, why you like
I respect
nickel
it.
and diming me right now?
Yeah,
So
I respect it.
I
yeah,
would respect it if there was not such a deep like where was this energy for P5 Royale or
that's no different
P4
game.
Golden? I mean,
Royale
yeah,
and
but I mean, is that different
can't
than what
compare.
is that
Can't
different than
compare
what FES is or like you know what I mean?
100%. Like
Okay,
Royal, now you gonna give me my soapbox. Royal changed the dungeons. They added new bosses, a whole new chapter,
yeah,
new interactions, new cutscenes, new combat mechanics.
Yeah,
They fixed
the final
ridiculous
boss
stuff.
in Royal is 30 times different than the final boss in the regular game.
I've heard that. Yeah, Carl, listen, Carl broke this shit
Don't
down to
don't
me
get
at
me
one point,
started. Don't get me
but
started, man.
I've beaten Persona 5. I haven't beaten Royal, but my thing is if the stuff that's added to Royal is enough to be that significantly different. And I feel like Persona 3 Reload is like a Persona 5 version of Persona 3. Like the way that they're making it, it looks like they're bringing it to that sensibility, that sense of style. You know what I mean?
They're taking away
Maybe,
content though.
yeah, but maybe I mean, of course, we're going to get a Persona 3, whatever. You know what I mean? But maybe it'll be substantial enough taking off what was already there in FES or PS or portable and making it along the lines of Royal. Maybe, I'm
Nah, it ain't happening, bro. Like they didn't remake that game so many times. The game has a play in Japan, I believe. Like it's a live action play. That's how like they ride that jank to the that jank like that jank's like
yeah.
Mark. I'm tired, boss, and wants to go to bed. And then you go
It's
re-release it again, and then not only you re-release it again, you're taking stuff out, and then go probably re-release the stuff you took out back in there in 3D
yeah.
graphics. Nah, I play my PSP version.
I get it. Absolutely. I'm gonna probably play it on Game Pass, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I respect it. I do.
gonna play a PlayStation game on Game Pass.
I know,
Disrespectful.
I know, but
Real
I
disrespect.
can't turn down free, man. Free is a hard argument for me to pass up on. Free, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm playing Uncharted on Game Pass. This disrespectful.
Bro, this is like when Tomb Raider launched on the Xbox first. This is how I felt. Like I was like, what's happening?
That was weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Funny story about that, right? If I went to too much time. When they first released the Tomb Raider on the Xbox, they had that special sweepstakes, and the final prize was a Jeep. So I entered in that Jay. I didn't win the Jeep. I got third place. So I got my custom controller they had with the Tomb Raider Jay. I still got it to this day.
Dope.
Yeah.
It was like getting to a scavenger hunt and stuff. It was dope. I wish the games would do that more often.
Carl, I think you also told me this story, and I think you told it to me on the way to your house and then didn't show me the controller. I don't know.
Don't make
I've
me go
never
get it. I'll go get it on the camera for all y'all.
listen. All I'm saying is, allegedly,
Hey man, as long as you wear pants, it's all good.
Yep. Listen, I don't even care if I got pants on. I'm not standing up for shit. Y'all ain't about to see nothing, nothing below waist level.
All right, Joe, I'm gonna get my last AAA off the board. Rise of the Ronin, open world RPG, Team Ninja, gotta be 92 minimal.
Yeah, I think it's got to be 82.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's a Team Ninja game. I can see it being a 76.
Yeah,
I would be that like pessimistic about it if I didn't feel comfortable with how Sony's kind of like dividing responsibility and shit, and kind of how they're like they're pulling people in, they're giving them that space to really do what the fuck they want. I think they might actually strike something on this one.
Yeah, it was next on my fucking list, so I ain't gonna make fun of you too much. But I don't think it's a guarantee. It's like the only reason I say that is because we get into a point where we got a lot of samurai games. Like it's gonna have to stand up to Ghost. It's gonna have to stand up to Neo. You know, it's gonna have to stand up to all these different games that we have a precedent for how good they are. I think it'll be great, but I'm just hoping it'll be high. Well, not now because I want you to lose, but I was hoping it was gonna be high.
Now you're sitting there hoping for a 60. Hater ass.
Man, I hope this thing is a dud. Fucking 4 out of 10. Oh my God, the game don't work. Nah, but okay. So I will get my last indie out the way. And I decided for my second indie, I want to go with one that's kind of like a personal choice. Like it's not like, oh, this has a precedent for being good. I'm not picking the lazy, weak Hades 2 pick like some people. I'm gonna go with
shot. God damn.
Oh, it was necessary. It was very necessary. This man tried to price his
Hades
right.
gotta take us straight on. That's what I'm saying.
He tried to really impose Price is Right rules. I have not forgotten that. We got beef. But I'm going to go with a game that you guys might not have heard of, similar to James's pick, called Animal Well. I've talked about it from other press conferences before. This game looks nuts. Like it's going to be one of those games that is either like, what was your inspiration and how did you make a masterpiece, or it's going to like fall completely flat. You know what I mean? So I'm banking on it being a masterpiece. It's like a very minimalistic game. You play like a small blob. The world is like pixel art, but it has like a neon sort of look to it, if that makes sense. And it's weird, beyond weird. Like you're searching around this deep ass well, like different big ass creatures. Like I can't even describe the game. I cannot tell you how to get hyped for it. But watch the trailer and you'll kind of understand.
I'm gonna pick my next game. I just want to point out, man, I'm at people hating because I'm trying to win Super Bowl. So Tom Brady's out of the free agent. I'm gonna sign him no matter how old he is.
Listen,
all right? That's how it works. And
I'm just saying,
out there, I'm picking it up. I'm trying to win.
If Tom Brady ain't guaranteed to sign a contract this year, that's what I'm saying. Nah, I respect.
Now for my final AAA game, I'm going. This one's a shot because it's allegedly supposed to be coming out 2024, and I wanted to because I know if it does, it's gonna be amazing. I'm going Metro Prime 4.
Ooh,
yeah, man.
That's supposed to be
going
coming
with the
out.
speculative pick.
Yes.
You know what, man? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because we got some extra time. Like we making pretty good time. We damn near done, honestly. Do y'all feel like so the Switch 2 is probably coming this year? Do y'all think we'll get both Mario and Metroid Prime? Because we are getting Mario. Like it's gonna be a new Mario there.
You like Metro Prime? has to come out at this point.
If they
Like,
smart, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Nintendo. You know what I mean? They might launch with a goddamn arms game or something. I don't know. Like,
Look, man, we're getting Switch 2 Sports, whatever the fuck they want to call it this time around.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely. That's definitely coming.
man. Listen, I'm kind of mad that it didn't happen. Like 1-2 Switch was just such a colossal like misstep. Like, I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't the worst game in the world, but
It was all bad.
I know the sequel was like, yeah, it was like they didn't even want to put it out, but that was supposed to be their Wii Sports for the Switch. But I'm hoping we see something like that. So we'll get some on the casual side. You know, we'll get a Mario. Metroid Prime would fill that gap of like some more mature. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess we got James's pick left, and then we got a final round.
Ooh, wow.
Yep.
Man, it's kind of hard. Y'all took a lot of the good stuff. I don't know if I want to go with a pick just to go with my pick or just get a pick so I can win. I'm kind of debating. I really want to win.
Well, my unbiased take is that you should just pick with your heart, man. Pick what you believe in. Don't worry about winning. That's too much pressure.
All right, see, that's how the Buccaneers bumped us out the fucking playoffs. Don't listen to this.
We're not supposed to talk about it, Tony. Don't talk
I'm gonna
about
keep talking about it until some shit get fixed.
No, yeah, nah, that's why I'm happy it happened, straight up. But
So I'm gonna do my last AAA. I'm gonna do Helldivers 2, actually.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go with that. My heart, just because of who I am, was leaning Suicide Squad, but I was like, I'll lose.
Man, look, you will be by yourself on that pick.
I would have so much respect for you, James.
Ooh, that game nasty. I wish you picked that. I would have roasted your ass.
Man, listen. If it comes out and it's good, I'm gonna be so happy for them. I don't think there's a chance people will like it, even if it's good.
That's an early 2000s. You took the girl with the glasses to prom because you saw through it before everybody else did pick.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see her later on in life, you be like, damn, I fucked up.
Hey, look, man, look, it's niggas have come up on that path. So
exactly,
it could work, but
or sometimes you date the older sister and then you be like, man, her sister actually looked better than her later on. So I think that's what Suicide Squad is. I feel like it's gonna be a good game. I feel like
I got zero faith in that game.
I ain't picking it though.
Nah. Helldivers, you did pick kind of like the safe choice. That's like the Helldivers 1 has an 81. I feel like I've heard 3 people talk about that game.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was a great game. I really
everybody that talks about it is so high on it, but it's like nobody talks about it. So it's one of those slept on indie darling type games or critical darling type games. So yeah, that's going to get you some points.
All right, my last pick is an indie game, and I got 2 that I could pick from, and I'm gonna just go with what I believe to be the sure thing. Little Nightmares 3.
Respect. Interesting. Because I mean, it's a short thing based on the series. It is a different developer though, but that's gonna be very interesting. But I feel like they
can fuck it up.
Yeah, I feel like they have a formula. Like the what that game is, like just make more of Little Nightmares, you know. Okay. All right, so my last one will be my last AAA. You know what? So I also have a heart choice and a logical choice, and I'm also going with my logical choice because I want to win. I'm going with Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 because I think those games are so like it's just gonna be well received. It just is like they do so much with that shit. So. But my choice that I wanted, I'm not even gonna say it till it's over. I'll wait. I wanna hear what like was on everybody's list.
You gonna say some shit and somebody gonna go, you know what? I'll take that.
Exactly.
Kendall said he wanted to win. I wish Jalen Hurts would have said that. Oh, my bad.
My bad. Mac Jones.
That man was on the bench. So
wait. Time out. James, you a Black Patriots fan?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Get this man off the podcast.
You hear me? This is about to be a problem. Oh my god.
Hey, look. Hey, my coach black now, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
For the first time in our lifetimes, you get to have that one. Yeah,
literally. Shit's crazy.
They'll be calling them nigger in 2 weeks.
I mean,
Oh shit.
he played with the team. He'll be okay. He'll be all right.
As long as he stays
That's
inside
what
state,
Philly
he'll be
fans was
fine.
calling Jalen Hurts when he couldn't throw the ball past 10 yards. But that's okay.
I don't get why we're hating from outside the club right now, but it's cool. Like
Nigga,
you can
we all
throw
outside
the
the club.
I'm listening to everybody outside the club about this shit.
Mac.
We freezing
So why
out
is
here,
anyone
bro.
hating? That's what I'm saying. We all here
Because that's
together.
what you do. What you talking? There is real hate here. They got 04, we got
But-
18. There is hate here.
But the thing is, Mac Jones can throw the ball past 10 yards poorly. Like, why? What ground? It's fine. Let's move on.
There's no logic in hate, man. Why you think
Why you-
Giants fans still talk shit?
Exactly. No, I get it. But I'm hating back. I have to return the energy because fuck that. Fuck go birds, fly, Eagles fly.
Damn.
All right, I forget who's
All right.
picking
This
this.
is getting ready to turn
This
to a
on you.
football. This is getting ready to turn to a football podcast. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go full sports, but let me stay on topic for my last indie pick.
Oh, we end up digging into sports like once to twice a week.
We go off topic at least once episode.
You
At least
don't
once.
want to get me started because I have some things to say about fucking football. But
Absolutely.
my last indie pick, I'm picking from my heart. I think it's going to be a good game because it's a combination of Tony Hawk Pro Skater meets
Combination.
Hades. I'm going with
Fucking-
Hellskate.
That's awesome. I
Ooh.
almost picked that game.
That was my game. Fuck.
I like that pick. I like that pick.
Yeah.
That was my game.
There was actually two skating games I had on my list. Hellskate was on there and Skate Story, which I feel like nobody's talking about. Have y'all seen Skate Story?
I seen a trailer for it.
Oh my God. Like, it's like the chirpiest looking skating game I've ever seen. I don't know what it is. Like, the trailer looks beautiful, but I'm not sure, like, I just have to show y'all. But there's some pretty good skating games coming out this year. I'm not mad at Hellskate.
All right,
Right,
Mr.
so-
Irrelevant pick.
Final pick.
Hey man, call me Brock Purdy.
There you go.
I'm gonna probably I got to do my last indie game. I'm gonna probably go with. Carl took my game that I actually wanted to be my last game, but it is another game that I had. I'm gonna do Nightingale, similar to like Days Gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that as my last indie game.
Good choice. I forgot about Nightingale. I'm not gonna lie. And once again, that's why I'm glad we had that little separate category, because bring some attention to some of these games, man. That's one of the most important things we can do on a gaming platform. Like, all right, so I guess we got our
We let some
choices.
fire off the motherfuckers.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Them ad drops is gonna be crazy.
Absolutely. But before we get into that, I want to like run down what we've picked, just so we kind of have a better understanding. The audience can hear what we picked. So, Tony, what was your full list?
All right, my 3 AAAs: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Rise of the Ronin. My 2 indies: Tales of Kenzera Zao and Little Nightmares 3.
All right, so my 3 AAAs: Persona 3 Reload, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And my indies are The Plucky Squire and Animal Well. Okay, Carl?
My 3 AAAs was Metal Gear Solid Delta, aka Snake Eater Remake. I was going with the Hail Mary of Metroid Prime 4 and good old fashioned FTC Tekken 8. And my indies were Hellskate and the Almighty Hades 2.
That's gonna be a problem if it comes out.
Man.
All right, James.
AAA games for me would be Dragon Dogma 2, Mario versus Donkey Kong, Helldivers 2, and my indie games would be Nightingale and Demon School.
I think we got some good lists here, man. Like,
Yeah, this gonna be an ugly ass situation.
yeah. It's weird to talk about 2024 because for the longest, I feel like we've all been like, yeah, it's like we don't know much about it. We don't know what's coming out. And then when you break down the list like this and do these type of combos, you realize that we got some bangers coming this year. It's actually going to be pretty dope. But I do want to get to some of the games that we know are coming this year or think are coming this year and didn't put on their list. And if y'all don't mind me starting, I want to point out the fact that I had Untitled Mario 3D game on here in the same vein as Carl, because I truly believe we're getting a new Mario. Like,
Dog,
if it
Mario's
doesn't
coming.
if it doesn't come in the fall of this year, it's coming early next year, 100%. Like it's been like 7 years since a new 3D Mario game, but I ain't want to bank on that coming up this year. But that was definitely on my list. I also had Black Myth Wukong, which looks fucking dope.
Yep.
Like, that game looks amazing.
That was on my list too.
Yeah, and I think it
I
actually got
really
a date
want
now. Yes, I cannot wait. Like, give me any game about like the Monkey King, and I'll play it. And especially a Souls like, come on, I'm on that.
I personally want to get the Elden Ring DLC,
Ah,
but
yes,
like I just don't know enough. I know it's gonna be great, but like I just where is it?
man. Listen, I'll be honest. If you thought about getting that, you should have got it because it don't matter. It says Elden Ring on it. Like, it's gonna get good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll
Other
see.
game I was looking at was Warhammer.
Mm.
I was scared to pick it, but I think it's gonna be a good game though.
Coward.
I don't know a lot about Warhammer, but I feel like, if all I've seen is people love them, especially
Oh
like
yeah, I
the,
feel
The
like,
people that's into the shit, man,
Yeah.
they get into the shit.
and I feel like now that they're doing a movie about it too, with Henry Cavill, I feel like the movie had, the game has to be somewhat good. So
it's got to like they bumped it up to a new level of like spectacle. Let me see.
All right, speaking of being scared of some shit, I absolutely did not put Indiana Jones on there. Although I think it's gonna be good. Man,
I think it's gonna be good too. And it looks kind of unique, but I don't know like where it's gonna fall. You know what I mean?
I need to see
don't-
more.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like a bombastic console seller, but I respect the team behind the Wolfenstein game. So
Yeah,
so nobody gonna pick Prince of Persia.
oh, it's too late.
It's already out.
out.
It's already out. It's already out here.
Yeah. So
already
can
out.
do it. That was one of those ones that like influenced the indie games and stuff. Even though it's not really an indie game, but it influenced like what I was looking at on my indie list because I feel like that's going to set a tone for the year. Like we got a banger early. I don't know if y'all tried it yet, but that game is amazing.
I ain't got the money to buy it. I tried it, but that'll take up some time.
Well, it's got a demo, so that's all I
No,
tried.
that's what I said. I tried the demo.
Yeah.
So it's better that I'm broke right now. It's,
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's my next game and then Final Fantasy. I ain't trying to buy nothing else. But I did also leave off another Crab's Treasure off my indie list, and that was kind of heartbreaking because I got high hopes for that game. Have y'all heard of that, of another Crab's Treasure?
Mm-mm.
yes, we talked about this.
Okay, I know Tony. Yeah, Tony, I know you have. James and Carl, especially you, Carl, because you play Souls-like games. It is a
I hate
crab.
them.
Yeah, right. But this is like the one to play if you're not going, you play as a fucking hermit crab. It's like a lighthearted, it looks like a Pixar movie. But the cool thing about it is, it's actually like a fun game. I played the demo of this as well. And B, you get like, you pick up stuff as your shell. So like if you pick up a bottle cap, it gives you a secret ability to like do a burst of bubbles, like soda bubbles. You know what I mean? If you pick up a glass shard, you got a defensive ability where people get hurt when they hit you if you block. Like the parry system is interesting. It actually looks like a really good game. So I think I got high hopes for that one.
I had a game I was going to pick because I thought it would be funny, but then I realized I wanted to win. But I was going to originally throw Potion Tycoon on my list.
Man, listen, I will never laugh at
Hey,
a
look,
tycoon. No type of life sims, cozy game. That shit is gonna be a banger. I promise you.
That shit is in now, man. You might have came away with that one.
Exactly.
I was on the fence. Like, do I want to go? Because like I know the Tycoon games do like Farm Simulator is a huge seller, but I'm like, I don't know, Potion Tycoon or like Metal Gear Delta. One hasn't established.
All that matters is the score. You just still came up on that, I think.
Probably. I think I played a demo of this, if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't know, it might be a different game. There's so many of these types of games now. But one that I was tempted to and kind of just not sure it's real still is Lost Soul Aside. That game looks incredible. It looks like the
Don't
true
no date for that, is there?
Yeah, I don't know. They might have recently announced a date. I don't think so, but this is one of them games that's just been kind of floating around for like some years. And it looks incredible. It's like, it looks like what Final Fantasy 15's like evolution would be if they went in that direction instead of 16. Um, but I just don't know if it's going to come out or if it's actually going to play the way it looks like it could play. So,
All right. So the indie I left off my list that I was absolutely hurt about leaving off was Pacific Drive. First
oh
person
wow,
survival joint. As I feel like that was going to be the heater this year.
is
Like,
that is that the like the car based roguelike game?
yep. Yep.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that looks like fucking weird and awesome. I'm at that. Let me see. I think that's most of what I had written down. It was a it's kind of a year where we don't know a ton about what's coming. And a lot of what we do know is like up in the air somewhat. But
Silent Hill 2.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
See
a
that?
good one.
Yeah, I left that
I had
off.
I had another
Yeah.
indie that I left off as in case someone took Katie's too. My backup indie was going to be because it's a combination of Shadow Colossus meets Journey, in my opinion. It was
Hmm.
Chasing the Unseen.
Hmm.
It's it's like
Interesting.
you look it has like Journey kind of graphics, like it's kind of like Breath of the Wild low graphics a little bit. You just chasing giant monsters and climbing on them.
That is like one of my favorite genres of
I
game.
think I remember seeing the trailer for that shit. Yeah, that would have
It's
been a good
awesome.
one to drop.
Like
But
that
Hades
formula just
too.
works. Yeah, yeah. Nah, Hades 2 is the one as long as it drops. Like that's my only caveat with Hades. But if it comes out, it's
Even
gonna be
if
like
it
a
drops early
96.
access, if the motherfucker give a review for early access, he get the points.
Yep, yep. And it's got to get enough reviews to get on like Metacritic. They have like a requirement for how many. But I mean, it could. It's possible.
Do we got a minute to talk about Power right now? Because I was
Yes.
also like thinking
Fucking
about that
shit.
one.
Okay. Thank you, Carl. Because I forgot. So y'all, everybody here knows what's up with Power, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. If the audience doesn't know, Power World is, I shit you not, Pokemon with guns. That's it. That's what the game is. Like you I thought that was it, but I'm hearing now that it's like straight up like Ark or like a straight up survival game, but you just have Pokemon. Like you can eat these little niggas. It's crazy. Like if you don't, you'll starve. It's wild.
So you have to eat them.
Yeah, like I mean, you can make them work in factories and you can have poor factory conditions. It's crazy. Like, I don't know who thought of this, but apparently it's really good. Like, I've heard fucking great things about it.
It's on Game Pass. I think I'm going like when it comes out. Like I have a like I was going to get Game Pass and play because like I like Pokemon and guns are cool and like why not? I know
Bro,
that I think I heard a rumor that Nintendo's upset with them and they tried to sue them or some shit like that. But
Nintendo trying to sue everybody.
Yeah.
You can throw a
but
rock and hit
see,
somebody. They trying to sue.
the thing is, though, so this is a weird conversation because there's like multiple Pokemon clones out there, right? Like, I played one that's an MMO called Temtem. Temtem is dope. Temtem is actually pretty fun. Um, But it's a Pokemon clone. You know what I mean? They change up certain things. All battles are doubles or whatever, just to make it not seem like Pokemon. There's another one called Nexomon. These games exist. Like Nexomon has a sequel. So they don't always take them down if you're different enough. I've heard the same things about Power, and it's weird to me because it's like there's a precedent for this already. And obviously it's different enough. You're not going to mistake Charizard with the AK for real Charizard. Like, you know what I mean? This is a different game. But the other thing is some of the designs, man, are very Pokemon. Like there's a
yes,
Pokemon that looks just like the like what's the rabbit, the fire rabbit started from
Score
Sword and
bunny.
Shield. Yeah, there's a Pokemon that looks pretty much just like Scorbunny. Like but it's green. It's like a
They just
grass
gave him a
type.
Glock.
they
Literally.
got they got the one that looks like a boar too from Pokemon. It's like a boar pal. It looks exactly like the
Mhm.
boar Pokemon. Like
I saw one that was like Meganium, but like with a different head flower. It's like y'all are. It's like you're not hiding your inspiration. But do you need to? Do we need to pretend that this wasn't a Pokemon ripoff with guns? I mean, it's just.
I want to
mm.
get it so I can get Milk Tank and 8K. Have him do rollout with the gun.
Bro,
Roll out
is
for real.
that?
Drive by Milk Tank.
I was about to say that's considered a drive-by. That's crazy.
Um, that would actually be enough to get me to buy the game right there.
There's so many, bro. If you let somebody talk about this game for long enough, somebody will hit on a sentence where you're like, "What the fuck? I have to buy. I have to at least play this." It's crazy. You fight them yourself to catch them. So you will be shooting these niggas to catch. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I think you can go up and bludgeon them with shit too. Like, it's really, really weird. And I can't believe that it's well received like this. It makes me want to play it so bad.
Everybody go buy it. Run the numbers up.
I was watching a streamer who has early access to it, and she literally took a stick and started cracking motherfuckers in the head, and then like until they died. She killed one, and she caught the other. I'm like, damn, it's rough out in these streets.
Like, we all had this idea, right? But somebody really made this shit. Like, that's crazy to me. That blows my mind.
It reminds me of this game that just came out in Japan. It's a MOBA, so it's like League of Legends, but it actually has like anime characters in it. So it's got like Goku and Naruto and all them in it.
Okay, is this legal?
It's dope.
Okay. Is it like a Mugen or is it like a official?
No, it's an official game. It's called a Jump Assemble.
Oh, it's a jump game. Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
But it's literally like League of Legends just with like anime character.
Okay. I'll take that over an arena fighter. I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
yeah.
All day long. I swear to God. Okay, well, I'm not mad at that, man. I'm glad we got some time to talk about Power World in here because that's like the hot button issue. We also got to kind of delve into some of that Xbox stuff. We'll probably jump back into that maybe next week or whatever. Because Indiana Jones does look cool. I want to talk about Avowed. There's some cool stuff there.
I left Avowed off too.
Yeah, Avowed is. I didn't even see the date. I don't know if we got a date for it or whatever. But it looks cool. You tell me the people that made Outer Wilds, which is their Fallout, are making their Elder Scrolls. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. But in any case, I feel like this is a great point to wrap it up. You know what I mean? Let us know what you think of our list, who you got winning. Keep track of this because we'll be coming back to it regularly, checking in throughout the weeks. I don't know how much y'all gonna keep track of it, but I'm trying to be like on some straight up general manager shit here. I'm gonna be moving games around. You know what I mean? Making high trades, but
look, man,
we'll see.
Something might get dropped tonight. I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Tekken ain't coming out like within the next week and a half, so I'll have my score early.
You will, yep. And you'll know.
And that's when everybody gonna start panicking. When that shit get like a 90, everybody gonna be like, damn, I need to make a move.
Yeah, let me I don't know what I gotta trade my firstborn for Final Fantasy, but I'm gonna get that Final Fantasy off.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I know I'm not. I'm not
better than anybody. I'm stubborn as fuck.
Yeah, no, I might have to kidnap somebody if I want that one, but I ain't about to do all that. But let us know what you guys think are going to be the hottest games this year, what you predict to be the highest Metacritics. Who do you think is going to win the contest? I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, like. We want to get that engagement because we want to keep making this a show for you guys. But until next time, man, I am Kendall. This is Tony, Carl, James, and make sure you keep gaming. Take care.